We lived on, I don't know what would you call it, but something like a plantation to me. It belonged to several different white people. They all were family, I guess. And you couldn't leave. And if you did leave, they either come get you or have somebody kill you, whatever. That's what happened. They did my mama bad.
What'd they do to your mother?
They just had my mother, the white men. They just do what they wanted to do with her. And I just wasn't big enough to do nothing. If I would have been, I don't know, probably wouldn't be.
And this was in the 1950s or 40s?
That was on through the 40s, in the 50s, all through the 50s, and part of the 60s.
So what would the repercussions be if you tried to leave or if you tried to refuse what they wanted?
Back in them days, it was kind of like you had to do what the white man said or get killed. My daddy's uncle, he made him dig a grave and killed him. Killed him and buried him in his own grave. Jerry Dawson, they killed him. He lived around the same place we lived on. He left and said he wasn't coming back. They wouldn't got him. Brought him back, carried him right down there from his house, killed him. Hung him up in a tree.
They hung him?
They killed him first, castorized him, and hung him up right from his house where his children, everybody could see him.
Were you aware that this is 1940s, 1950s, that this is insane. Arthur, this breaks my heart to hear this story. Growing up, were you fully aware, this is in the 40s and 50s, the civil rights movement is just about to begin. Were you aware of what was going on in the rest of the country at that time for black people pursuing freedom?
No.
You weren't aware at all that there was any pursuits for freedom in the 40s and 50s for us?
No, not really. Not really, because I think maybe like in 65, 66, then they was doing that marching. That's when I really found out. People are scared to talk about it. It's people right now y'all go to talk to. They won't talk with y'all about this here. They're scared to do it. They got that fear in them,
How could something like this happen?
A lot of these places that was in very isolated rural areas, it was easy. I mean, you had the opportunity to ride through some of these areas and you saw for miles and miles, there's absolutely nothing.
You think, how?
Antoinette's new cases took us to the Ball Ground Plantation to meet a man named Donald Jeffrey. Donald comes from 5 generations of sharecroppers who worked the same land under the Simrel family. Donald still lives here, along with the last descendant of the Simrel family, a man named Karsten. Today, Donald works full-time on another farm, but still lives rent-free on this plantation and does odd jobs for Karsten. So their living situation is unconventional, to say the least.
Why is Donald so nervous? We're pretty inconspicuous right now,
because
but wants us in secrecy.
I don't think he wants the boss man to see us here. Hey, Donald.
Hey there, Donald. Nice to meet you.
Hey, good to see you.
My mama's dad, when they come along in their time, they were sharecroppers.
What kind of work was done on this plantation?
Everything fooling with cows, horses, and farming.
What kind of work did your mother do on the plantation?
She mostly did maiden work, did cooking. She told me at 14 years old she started chopping cotton, and she would leave out the cotton field at 20 minutes to 11 and cook a dinner to have it ready at 12.
Why did you not leave the plantation?
Because it was home to me. And I love it here. It was a beautiful place. And I, just didn't leave. You're responsible for your light bill, but you don't pay no water bill or no rent. So, that's all. It works out.
So what is your relationship to this plantation?
Born and raised here, and Carson, he's almost like a brother to me. We have a real close relationship, a bond.
So there's a brotherhood between you and Carson.
Mm-hmm.
Like family?
Yeah, we are. That's right. We're like family, sure is. We're like brothers. I can go right there now and spend the night in his house.
All the people that worked on this plantation, he refused to put them off. He would let them stay here.
Yeah, right.
And that's how you end up staying.
That's right, staying.
Do I feel like he's holding back some things? Yes, I do. But he lives here. And he have to stay here when I'm gone. And I don't want to put anybody's life in jeopardy, you know, because this can happen. I mean, you know, if you're talking about things that people don't want to be told. There's always someone that don't want you to talk about something.
That night, I spoke with Karsten about his family's history on the plantation.
Hey there, Carson.
Hey there, what y'all got going on?
How's it going, man? Akil.
Hey
nice
there.
to meet you.
What
nice
you
to
got
meet
going
you.
on?
Oh, thanks for letting us, showing us around.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Come
good
on
to see
inside.
you too. All right, great.
Y'all want anything to eat or anything? Y'all want any beer? Coke, Cola?
It's fine. It's
7-Up, tea?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. If we could just do a little tour, that'd be amazing, and just
Okay.
to talk a little bit about the history of
All right.
Ball Ground Plantation.
This is my wife, Natalie.
Nice to meet you. And then I would say the Semrel family goes a long way out here, right?
Yes. My family bought this place in 1899. So if I'm the 5th generation.
What is your relationship with Donald?
I don't even remember meeting him. Honest to God, we were childhood friends. No joke. I promise to God.
Are you related to this man right here?
Yes, that is my great-great-great-grandfather.
And what time period is this?
Ooh, that would probably be in the 30s.
This man right here was related to Donald, correct?
That's Eli.
What kind of work was he doing at that time? Was he just like a general helper for your great-grandfather?
Just anything. He'd just do anything. And if anybody fooled with him, they had a hell to pay.
So is he still with us?
Just like nobody fooled with them, because they know I will kill them.
Can you talk a little bit about the history of the land as well?
Back then, it was very little open land, okay? Because every home had their own little allotment, okay? Like, say that you were living on my farm, okay? Rent-free, okay? Seriously. Honest to God. I mean, who wouldn't do that? Shit. I mean, everybody else was charging their people.
Right, so they just worked the crops and didn't have to pay rent on this land.
Never, ever.
I was saying, because Donald was explaining a little bit about his history and his
And
experience growing
sometimes
up
Donald's
here.
full of shit.
Oh, yeah?
And you don't have to edit that either.
So I see that there's some Confederate dollars here. Did your family have a lot of ties to the Confederate Army?
Not really.
Just had the currency? What misconceptions are there, do you feel, about the Confederate Army?
Here it is right here. You can read it.
The Southern Nation, the rise of the Old South.
It says the South was right. It was written by two Kennedy brothers.
This is about the South being right during the Civil War.
I'm not trying to push the book, but it's proven. I mean, you can talk to anyone.